Hello, how are you? I welcome you to your community, Purple Feather Tarot. I truly hope that you are doing very well at this moment, and I also hope that in this tarot reading, you find those signs or the prophecies from the universe that you are searching for right now. We are going to go directly into your reading, so let's connect with your tarot deck, and as always, let's look at your energies, present and future. Let's observe the energies or the thoughts of that person who has you on their mind at this very moment, and let's also reveal the good blessings that are coming into your life. So, connecting with your energies, let's begin. At this moment, you have the card of the World, Major Arcana number 21. You also have the Two of Cups. We're probably going to talk a lot about your special person or about the changes coming into your life in relation to love. You also have the card of the Moon. It's time to leave fear behind and take a step forward. You also have the card of the Lovers. Your reading is telling me that the love of your life is very close or is about to enter your life. You also have the Eight of Swords. This card always speaks of self-imposed restrictions, or it can also refer to some kind of fear you may be carrying from your past, something you need to face and overcome. So let's clarify what all these energies are about. But overall, I feel that with all these major arcana cards, the World, the Moon, and the Lovers, a revolution is coming, one in which love will be the protagonist of your development, and love will also be the driving force behind your personal progress. Above all, we're going to place strong emphasis on the Two of Cups, because we are talking about you repairing a relationship that currently seems hopeless. Perhaps you've been arguing with your person, perhaps you've been growing distant from them, but especially if you want a reconciliation or you want to make things work again with your special person, this reading today will reveal a secret that could be very useful for helping you reconnect with them. But if you are currently looking to connect with someone completely new, I feel that your reading will also provide many details about this person, because the Moon can signify fear, perhaps the fear of not meeting someone special, or the fear that you'll spend more time alone. But here, there is definitely a test of love approaching. So let's clarify what these energies are about. Let's see how love and romance are going to manifest, because that is what your reading tells me is coming into your life, love and romance. So let's clarify a little more. These energies, you also have the Six of Swords. Look, when this card appears in your past position, it means there were some changes you made some time ago, maybe a year ago, maybe two. Perhaps you separated from someone, perhaps you promised yourself never to be by that person's side again. And I feel that you're about to close a cycle of distance, in which you will finally bury or leave behind a pain from your past. And it's like saying, the end. This story is over. The important thing about this card in your past position is that once you finish this cycle, a completely different one begins. I feel that now you will have the freedom to focus your energy on whatever you want, on whatever you desire. You'll be able to direct your energy with great clarity of mind and emotion, whether it's toward your work, toward yourself, toward your family, or, as I mentioned at the beginning, maybe toward a person to whom you're going to dedicate your energy. Very well, your reading tells me that an interesting opportunity is coming. You also have the Seven of Pentacles. This card makes me feel that at this moment, you are feeling dissatisfied. However, the solution to this card is always to have a little patience. As I mentioned before, maybe you're going through some misunderstanding with your person, and the Seven of Pentacles always invites you to understand the other person before judging them. This card speaks of compassion, of patience, of perseverance, of deep understanding. And it also reminds us that sometimes, we all need some alone time. Or perhaps we need a bit of freedom. I don't know if you, at this moment, are the one who needs some space, not necessarily wanting to completely separate from your person, but needing more time right now to grow certain things that have been dormant. Or maybe your special person is feeling this way. So I feel that someone right now is wishing for a bit more independence, a bit more time. Maybe you need time to go to the gym, to go for a walk, or to connect with your friends. This card is inviting you to express what you feel, because perhaps you are feeling frustrated, but you're afraid to tell your person. Very well, here your reading literally says, the truth will set you free. It will free you from frustration, it will free you from misunderstandings. Let's clarify this energy a bit more. You have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is one of the most abundant cards in the entire tarot deck, and it speaks of that happiness you share with your special person or with your family. Obviously, since we're talking about pentacles, this reading could be predicting a large amount of money coming into your life. However, the deeper message of this card is about those moments that money simply cannot buy. I feel you are entering a time when you will reconnect or rebuild relationships with someone from whom you had been growing apart. Maybe we're talking about a family member. There was a small misunderstanding, especially if we're talking about someone with Capricorn or Cancer in their chart, someone who can be very stubborn. But here, it's clear that it's not worth fighting over trivial things. I feel a reconciliation is coming, especially on a family level. You also have the King of Wands. This card always invites you to be strong, to be assertive. Your reading tells me that the power of your words, the power of your voice, is going to carry a huge amount of energy that can transform your reality and your destiny. The King of Wands invites you to present yourself with energy, with charisma. And also, tomorrow, when you wake up, right as you wake up, you can invoke the energy of the King of Wands. Because maybe you'll start the day feeling tired or lazy. And your reading says, please shake off that laziness, shake off that energy, and declare that today and tomorrow, when you wake up, will be days 100% full of energy, and that your happiness will depend on you and only you. It's very important that you do not depend on the validation of others. That is the energy of the King of Wands, someone who is not concerned with what others think or say, but only with the things they do every day to become a happier person through manifestation. Let's clarify this energy a bit more. Let's see what other advice your reading gives you. You have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a great manifestation that you bring to life, and you end up surprising yourself. In fact, this card can also mean that you are going to silence the mouths of those who never believed in you. That is the lesson of the Seven of Cups. You're working in silence, you're working perhaps in secret. You're not telling anyone about your projects, because maybe you had a bad experience or a problem in the recent past when you shared something with someone and that person discouraged you, or even worse, someone may have copied your ideas. So here your reading says, please don't share all your secrets with everyone. Choose discretion. Choose silence. Choose to share your personal projects or your secrets only with those people whom you truly trust. Alright, let's continue with your energy. You have the card of the Emperor. At this moment, you are stepping into your power, and other people perceive you that way. I feel a strong growth in your energy. You make an impact when you arrive somewhere. People don't just see you physically, they also feel you energetically. I don't know what changes you've been making, maybe you're speaking more confidently, maybe your motivation is rising, your energy is increasing, and even without saying a single word, there are people who already know what you want. That is the energy of the Emperor, a confident person, a sincere person, someone who doesn't need to intimidate others to get what they want. They achieve everything through persuasion, charisma, and self-love. Let's look a little more into this energy. You also have the card of the Queen of Pentacles. This card is important because it indicates that a significant material manifestation is approaching your life, related to finances and abundance. Here, I'm also getting a bit of a romantic message. I feel that a Capricorn is really watching you. Capricorn wants to seduce you. You're dealing with a person who doesn't say things directly or takes a long time to express what they think and feel. In the tarot, signs that fit this description are Capricorn, Cancer, and Virgo, people who are very discreet. Right now, I'm being told you're attracting the energy of a person who may be somewhat mysterious or reserved. I'm also being told to mention the number 4, perhaps this person was born on the 4th, or has some connection to the 4th month or to the year 4. I'm also being told to mention the letters K, Q, and U. You also have the Eight of Pentacles. This card tells me that you are going to be busy, that you will be needed. You have skills, you have experience. I don't really know what your profession is. You could be a construction worker, a secretary, a lawyer, a minister, it doesn't matter. What matters here is that your services will be urgently required. Perhaps there will be some kind of problem at the company where you work, and the first person they'll call is you. Of course, this could mean extra work, but it might also mean they will pay you for overtime. The important thing is that people are recognizing you. This is especially true if you have a job where you use your hands. Now, let's look at who's going to call you, or why you'll be called, or what this great mission from the universe is all about. You have the Nine of Swords. Yes, just as I was saying, someone is going to have a problem and they're going to call you. Hey, look, I have this problem. Please come help me solve it. This is the typical energy of someone who, for example, leaves their keys inside the house and doesn't have a spare, and who do they have to call? They have to call a locksmith. Obviously, that's just an example, maybe you're not a locksmith, but we're talking about someone reaching out because they need moral support, financial help, or simply someone to get them out of a difficult situation. Your reading tells me this could apply to any zodiac sign, but I especially feel that Aquarius may need your help, or possibly a Taurus. Let's continue with your energy. You have the Six of Wands. This is the energy of a job well done, the energy of self-pride. It's the energy of someone who needs to show what they know, not what they have. You are a very successful person, but this card is also inviting you to be someone full of humility and modesty. You're building a great reputation. Your business will attract new clients. Your business will begin to grow exponentially, not just because it's your business, but because you're putting your heart and soul into a major project that is starting to take form. I also feel that your personal relationship, especially with a Leo or an Aries, is about to be elevated. I feel that right now you are truly giving your heart to this person, you're giving everything, and I sense that your love is going to be 100% reciprocated. It's as if someone is giving you their blessing, as if a family member or a friend is telling you, I recommend this person. In fact, someone might introduce you to a new person at a social gathering, a party, or an event, and this person comes with references. This is someone who could be a really good match for you in this case. Alright, let's continue with your energy. You have the Ten of Cups. This means a lot of happiness is coming your way, a lot of happiness for your family as well. In fact, that could be your positive affirmation for today, an overflow of happiness is coming for me, and an overflow of happiness is coming for my family. You also have the Three of Cups. I feel that you are a very formal and distinguished person, and there are people who are going to support you. Not only will your family stand by your side, but I also feel that you have a circle of trust, or people who will always be there for you. Your reading tells me to mention especially a Scorpio, a loyal friend, or perhaps a Pisces, someone who will be like a truly unconditional friend to you. You also have the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of teamwork, of celebration. All of these cards point toward collective energies, energies connected to your family, your workplace. I feel that you will experience a lot of success in social activities. In fact, I sense a party is coming. I don't know if it's at your job or where you study, but there is a strong feeling of recognition for teamwork. Perhaps you will be the boss or the leader who rewards those who work alongside you. Or perhaps you have a group of colleagues you can now truly trust. I feel that maybe you are transitioning out of a job that didn't satisfy you, a place that felt dark, discouraging, where you felt without purpose, and now, you're connecting with people you truly enjoy working with. You know that if you have a bad day at work, you come home feeling drained, and your family can sense it. But when you have a great job, surrounded by supportive people, with shared laughter and good moments, you come home with positive energy. So in this case, I feel that your happiness, at least to some extent, will depend on certain people around you. Let's move on with your reading. You have the card of the Tower. This brings a lot of stress, a lot of tension. Let's clarify the Tower, because there's something hidden here, a secret or a situation that you need to be cautious about right now. A major warning. Your reading might be telling you, do not ignore the symptoms, do not ignore the signs. The Tower always shows up at first as a symptom, it might be a small signal, a tiny symbol, a subtle manifestation. If right now you are noticing a small sign from your body, it's time to get a checkup. If you're sensing a small sign related to your special person, it's time to ask questions. Don't sit with the uncertainty, ask, investigate, and resolve your doubts. Let's clarify what the Tower is about. You have the Five of Pentacles. Possibly, if your body is telling you it's time to stop, and lately you've been feeling anxious, unable to sleep, tense, having constant nightmares, this is your body saying, I can't take this anymore. I need you to release me from this energy, from these burdens and responsibilities, because I am carrying too much. So yes, your body is sending you signals. Remember, both the Five of Pentacles and the Tower are talking about your body, your nervous system, emotional overwhelm, even possible breakdowns. So if you feel like you're going at 1,000 miles per hour, your reading is clearly telling you, take a breath. It's not worth sacrificing your health for love. It's not worth sacrificing your health for a job. It's not worth sacrificing your health for anything external. I feel that something or someone is pressuring you, or maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself, and it's time to simply pause and take a breath. Your reading, the universe, your ancestors are all telling you that it's time to prioritize. It's time to recognize that there are things in life that can wait, especially when your health is at stake. Alright, let's continue with your reading. You have the Five of Wands. Someone is trying to get your attention, that's what your reading is telling me. You also have the Eight of Wands, which indicates that important messages or signs are on their way. This is something you already initiated in the past, maybe you applied for something, perhaps a job, a residency permit, or a visa. And I really like this card because it speaks of approvals. It may have been a difficult journey for you, especially because the Five of Wands represents a long process, bureaucracy, legal matters, and litigation. If you've ever applied for permanent residency or citizenship, you know how complex and burdensome these processes can be. They take time, effort, and a lot of energy. But I feel that this is finally getting resolved. This news is coming, and it will make you jump for joy. Let's clarify this because I feel this may also be related to a job. Perhaps you applied for a position before and didn't get it, but they saved your information and now they're calling you back. This card is also telling you, don't let pride stop you from reapplying for a job you once applied for. If it didn't work out the first time, try again. And if it doesn't work out the second time, try once more. These two cards are saying that your chances of success are directly proportional to the number of times you try. If you try only a few times, your chances will be few. But if you try many times, or even infinitely, your chances of success will grow. You also have the Justice card. Let's clarify this situation. I see Libra energy here, and Aries as well. Then you have the Three of Wands. Please, start packing your bags, it's time to begin preparing for a major change that is coming into your life. You can begin preparing mentally. You can start making plans for your future. Imagine the destination you want to visit. I sense a strong desire in you for change, maybe even to move somewhere warm. Stereotypically, it might be somewhere in the Caribbean, somewhere near the equator, like Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, Colombia, or Panama. But it could also be a faraway country, such as the United Arab Emirates. I'm being told to mention Thailand, China, or Vietnam. A major shift is coming that will require you to move far away from where you are now. In this context, the Justice card could represent exactly that, a legal process, possibly for a visa or for residency, being finalized. I feel that you already have one foot out the door. And I don't mean that negatively, like you're being forced to leave your workplace or anything like that. It's more like you're right on the verge of taking the first step. It's like a race, when all the runners are lined up and just about to launch forward. I feel you're at that starting line, filled with anticipation for this great leap toward abundance, toward your sacred destiny. Continuing with your reading, you have the Two of Pentacles. I like this card because it represents balance and harmony. Maybe you're juggling a lot of responsibilities right now, but I also feel that you're handling it with experience. It's as if the universe is throwing many things your way, and you're saying, okay, I've got this. I'm more experienced now, and I can organize my life quickly. The Two of Pentacles speaks of someone versatile, someone flexible, someone who knows how to manage their life and who doesn't allow responsibilities to collapse their stability. I sense strength in you when facing challenges. Your energy is solid, grounded. You are a very entrepreneurial person, a very clever and intelligent person, and I feel you are going to achieve great success in your life. Alright then, this is your tarot reading for today. As always, thank you so much for being here with me, uncovering all these tarot secrets. For today, we are bringing your reading to a close. As always, I invite you, if you enjoy these readings, go ahead and click that like button, and you can also subscribe to this channel. We are now wrapping up your video. I hope you have an excellent day, full of success, full of manifestation, and I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again in your next reading.